Via was kicked out of his home by his mother-in-law. Heartbroken and filled with anger, he left everything behind and headed into the mountains to build a home of his own. For years, he had lived with his wife's family as a stay-in son-in-law. Because his wife had not become pregnant, his in-laws always blamed him for it. As time passed, his mother-in-law became even more determined to drive him away and constantly tried to destroy his relationship with his wife. Whenever she saw him talking to a female coworker or helping a woman in the neighborhood, she exaggerated the situation and accused him of having an affair. She even went as far as fabricating photos and fake chat records to support her accusations. No matter how many times he explained the truth, nobody wanted to listen. His mother-in-law spread rumors among relatives and neighbors, slowly destroying his reputation. Eventually, even his wife began to believe the lies. She lost trust in him, became distant, and no longer believed a word he said. The home that had once been filled with warmth gradually turned into a place of suspicion, accusation.
As the pilots drifted through the sky, they became helpless targets. The terrorists opened fire while recording the entire attack. The captain was hit. Holding his wedding ring in his hand, he remembered the happiest moments with his wife before taking his final breath. The surviving pilot, Yosef, desperately tried to transmit his location over the radio, but the signal was intercepted by the terrorists. Realizing he was being tracked, he snapped a tree branch, threw his radio in the opposite direction, and escaped another way. The trick only delayed them for a moment. The terrorists quickly realized the deception and continued the hunt. Yosef hid behind a massive rock, preparing for his last stand. Just then, 2 Russian helicopters arrived and unleashed heavy fire on the pursuing terrorists. Using the chaos as cover, Yosef jumped into a steep ravine and rolled down the rocky slope. He survived the fall, but suffered serious injuries. Moments later, one of the rescue helicopters was shot down, and terrorists rushed toward the crash site from every direction. A fierce firefight erupted. Despite fighting bravely, the Russian troops were badly outnumbered. The survivors evacuated the wounded aboard another helicopter and withdrew. Bleeding heavily, Yosef collapsed to the ground. He tried calling his teammate, but the man was distracted watching television and never heard the phone.
Running out of strength, Yosef sent one final message to his girlfriend, unaware that she had no idea he was fighting for his life. After bandaging his wounds, he made one last phone call. This time, someone answered. The terrorists were dangerously close, forcing Yoav to whisper. Meanwhile, the roar of helicopter blades made it difficult for his teammate to understand him. Just before the call disconnected, Yoav managed to deliver the crucial coordinates. His teammate immediately realized Yoav was still alive and alerted the Russian military. Then came Russia's full-scale response. The moment Yoav's position was confirmed, 227 military assets were mobilized. Helicopters hunted the terrorists from the air, while warships launched long-range strikes from the sea. Ground forces advanced at the same time, turning the battlefield into complete chaos. Bombs rained down on terrorist positions as Russian troops eliminated enemy fighters one after another. A small terrorist group nearly reached Yoav first, but Russian special forces arrived just in time and pulled him to safety. No mercy followed. The remaining terrorist positions were wiped out by coordinated airstrikes. To ensure nothing remained, Russian fighter jets flattened the main terrorist headquarters, while long-range cruise missiles launched from the sea destroyed every surviving stronghold. With nowhere left to run, the terrorists were completely overwhelmed. The battle was brief, but it became another powerful demonstration of Russia's overwhelming military